Welcome everyone to another episode of Four Dads Podcast here with Teeds and Don Julio. There's a lot of stuff going on in golf right now, and here is the final major of the season.
Yep.
It's kind of bittersweet. Like, it kind
Yeah.
of sucks. I don't really like how they've kind of bunched them together, but
I do, and then I don't. I do when you get to watch them, and then when they're over. Then you're like, darn,
look, man, we're dads, okay?
Yep.
They're like, time's already going by so fast with how quickly our kids are growing up in front of us. It's like these are things that we love to see, the majors. I mean, we're golf fanatics, and it just seems like it's all gone by so fast. Like I can't believe that next month my daughter's going to be one. Like, how crazy is that? It's
Insane.
just, it seems like just yesterday we just brought her home, you
Yeah.
know? So a lot of stuff going on there. The course looks tough. From some of the views, from some of the clips that I've seen. I haven't really gone searching, to the bounds of the internet to get everything, but I've seen quite a bit of stuff. The one thing that everyone is talking about is Bryson DeChambeau playing a new ball with a company from Barcelona, Spain. That is a non-conforming ball, apparently. So there's reports that there was gusts of wind coming hard, 25 miles an hour off the right to left side, and he was hitting shots and the ball didn't move.
Wait, so if it's not conforming, does that mean it's not conforming in the PGA, but it was okay to do it for Live?
I don't know. This is his first time trying it, and he only has one ball. So he only has one ball, which is crazy, but he made it through. I think he made it through all 18, according to some of the other influencers that are out there, and said, yeah, he literally was blown away. Like, he hit a shot. Like I said, the one that everyone's talking about is 25 miles an hour going right to left. He hits a shot, and it literally only drew 2 yards with that much wind.
I mean, I don't know about you, but just one, that's insane. Two, I think it's also insane that I really didn't even realize that there was a Live Spain this last weekend. There wasn't really much talk about it. Like on Twitter, I was just like, oh, and this person wins. I was like, wait, what? When there's a Live Spain? Like, I know it was in there's obviously I love how they kind of like obviously go across the world, but like they're in Spain, John Rahm's home country. But I didn't even realize that. That one definitely snuck up on me, especially because they just dropped Live Dallas duels. So that kind of was in my mind. And then the Scottish Open kind of like overlapped it, kind of a thing. But yeah, the whole golf ball thing, that'd be interesting to see, especially if there's one golf ball. I mean, like, he's not going to be able to use it again, especially with his club head speed, in golf balls.
If he loses it, I mean, in that, good luck.
Dude, if he loses that whoever finds that golf ball is going to have a, like, it's kind of like the Barry Bonds, like, home run ball, where it's just like, how much is this really worth to you? I know that if I give this to the right people, whether it's Titleist, whether it's, Callaway, whether it's TaylorMade, whether any of the other golf ball manufacturers, they can dissect this ball and find out what's going on here. Because obviously someone like Joe Schmo, like you, me, or you, or even someone maybe like Bryson, like, we don't really know what to do. You might understand the physics behind it, but you don't really know how to make it, how to put everything together and all that stuff. So, like, that's wild. That'd be crazy. Because I actually did see something a few weeks ago. It was Titleist when they came out with the first Pro V1s. I saw like this, I think it was on YouTube. And they're talking about how, like, they only had 2 of these golf balls, like, when they first made them. And someone lost it. And they're like, dude, that's like a $15,000 golf ball, dude. Like, no one knows that these are out right now. You're not even supposed to be hitting these on the course. And I think they ended up going back and finding it, luckily. But it was just like that, like, worry that, oh my gosh, if the wrong person finds this golf ball or like gets it into the wrong hands, and they're going to find out of this technology, that like wasn't really up to par at the time. It's just, oh, that could be terrible.
Well, I'll say, I mean, I don't even know what the name of it is. I saw something, but I just don't remember what it is. It starts with an N, or a N or a P, something like that. But I guarantee you, if he loses it, maybe 99.9% of the people who may come across it are going to be like, Oh, cool. Maybe this is just like a Spalding. Just throw it in the water, not knowing
Yeah.
what it is. I guarantee you, it's like, okay, for example, here at the club, I've been seeing a lot more max flies out on the golf course, and of course, I associate max flies with like range balls, right? I mean, crummy like $1 balls that you find that come in like a huge package. You have golf balls forever, but
Hmm.
apparently there are new releases of golf balls. Like quite a few players have moved over from it, from like Lexi Thompson, Fred Funk, couple other players, where it's actually a pretty good responding ball. It's getting attraction, but I'm seeing it everywhere. It's called like the Tour S, Max Fly Tour S or something like that.
Hmm. Yeah, right,
And
right. It's definitely
yeah,
taken over.
it's like a 4-piece ball, has pretty decent reviews, but I'm seeing them everywhere. So,
Yeah, I mean, have you looked at the price?
oh yeah, they're like 30, 38, 39,
So
99.
they're basically doing what Kirkland did before Kirkland got sued or whatever, right? They probably have a very good golf ball, trying to sign some people.
Max Fly's been around for a while,
Well, they
you know.
have, but I mean, they've been Max Fly where they've kind of like disappeared over the last like decade or so. I remember back in like the Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005 days, like right around that was like kind of like the peak of it, in my opinion, where like it was up there with maybe not like it was like a tier under like the Titleist Pro V1s and all that, but it was still like there. Where now it's just like haven't really heard of Maxfly at all. Like you got Strixon, that's a golf ball company. You got Kirkland that's been coming up. Vice that's been coming up. The one is it One Cut or Cut golf balls? Um, like so many other random golf ball brands that have popped up that are more popular than Maxfly now than obviously what Maxfly was. I don't know what the issue is now, but there's got to be something in that golf ball. Of course, there has to be something behind it because people aren't just going to be joining the team and signing onto him if it wasn't good golf ball. So that's interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, I think the technology's out there. I mean,
Hmm.
people know people know what's inside of a Titleist ball. People know what's inside of a Bridgestone ball. It's just that teetering of maybe um the mixtures of what they're doing, right? The compression points, everything like that. So you probably can find something pretty comparable, but it's again like we are all victim to buying, what is it? To buying high value branded stuff, even though there's something out there that compare or that plays just as nice. Like I told you, like
Hmm.
when I was hitting those Vice balls,
Hmm.
those those are great golf balls. Like the Vice Pro is a very very good golf ball. Um, it definitely has its limitations, but I think overall, if you're a low handicap player or even a high handicap player, it's definitely a ball that fits in for everybody.
Yeah, well, true. I mean, Vice, I play with them as well, and I thought they were great, especially for the bang for your buck. You definitely can't go wrong. It's kind of like a Kirkland. I think maybe Kirkland might not last as long of a golf ball. You
Hmm.
might, clip it or rip it a little bit easier with grooves on wedges and stuff like that to the normal golfer. But while you were talking about that, I was looking up the golf ball, and it's called. I thought it'd be funny if it actually was an N that started with like, oh, the N just stands for non-conforming. Cool, that's easy to remember. But no, it's called the Polara or Polara golf ball.
Polera, there you go.
Polara. And I just read a quick little review, or I think it's probably what you read, where it said Smiley Kaufman was talking about it. He hit an iron shot on the sixth hole, and this is in the open. This was like a few days ago. Like this was like during his practice rounds. It was 20, 25 miles an hour off the wind to the right. The ball is getting hammered and moved to the left, but he hits the heavy sand ball with no dimples, and it does not curve at all. He's like, see, look, it's called the Polara, and on it says Ultimate Straight. So I
Hmm.
looked it up, and the Ultimate Straight are going for $40 on
And they're
Polara
sold
Golf.
out already.
Um, no, if I buy them
That's
today,
funny.
they would come out. It says estimated delivery between July 20th and July 22.
Buy them.
75%
Let's do
self
it.
correcting.
Buy it. Let's do a review.
Dude, that'd be sick, but I mean, I would definitely would not be the best person for a review because 1, I don't get out that often, and 2, even if I did, my shots go left or right, they don't go straight. Well, actually, I guess that would work, wouldn't
Yeah, exactly.
it?
And then while you're at it, just put
I
some
just
Vaseline
created
on
a
the
perfect
face of your
review.
driver. Put
Yeah,
some
just
Vaseline on the
yeah, I was
face of
gonna
your
say,
driver,
add
make
some
it super
Vaseline on the
straight.
driver, be like, "Dude, oh my gosh, I shot like a 7 under, it's insane, oh my
Yeah.
gosh." But
Hey, I mean, that'd be perfect to try it. $40, why not?
I mean, looking at the golf ball itself, it doesn't look anything crazy different. Like, the dimples themselves don't seem to really they seem to more like a hole punch, where, like, the hole
Mm.
punch and it's, like, flat it's a circle and it's, like, flat underneath it. It's not really like a divot. That makes sense, like a cup.
Kinda like the
It
Bridgestone ball.
maybe I haven't played a Bridgestone in a while. No, that one's more of a like a hexagon or whatever, like that. This one is just like an imprint. You know how, like, if you just, like, do, like, a quick little paper cut or not a paper cut, like a hole punch, and it's just, like,
Mhm.
a small little and you do it on, like, a yeah, if that makes sense. But, like, the other balls, they have more of a cup in between
Yeah.
each, like, little dimple. But that's interesting. I'm actually glad they actually Smiley Coffin actually said exactly what kind of golf ball it was, but that is crazy. It's unfortunate if it's not unconforming, but at the same time, like, um, I don't know, dude. That's awesome. I mean, that if that could become conforming, that could maybe change the game, dude. I mean, especially for someone like Bryson DeChambeau, who might. I mean, working in the ball wise is probably gonna be very difficult. But if you just want to hit the ball straight, and these things do that, it says 75% straight on the box. Um,
Mhm.
like that's what like the average weekend warrior all they need. They don't work the ball. They don't need to work the ball. They struggle with just hitting it straight,
Yeah.
and that would make life so easy on a regular golfer. Like more of myself, you know how to work the ball. You can go left to right if you want. You're more comfortable with it compared to me. I can try, but probably not going to do it 9 times out of 10. Uh, but that would definitely be an interesting box of golf balls to definitely do a review
A
for
review with.
sure.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're only able to move the ball max a 2-yard draw, a 2-yard cut, I mean,
Mhm.
that's pretty, that's pretty
That's
dang straight
insane.
in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah,
that would
that is
be
straight. That's no one's going to be able to
yeah,
tell the difference when you hit it over 150 yards if it's 2 yards
exactly.
left or right. Like no one.
And honestly, in my opinion, I don't think there's anybody better to test it than Bryson
Them
because
or long drivers, people that are trying to hit the ball as far as possible, like, they're swinging everything.
yeah, I just feel like a guy like someone like Bryson is perfect to play it because yeah, he is known for working the ball, but at the same time is like if he can eliminate having to work it, I mean now he's just thinking about a number, right? So it's less
Yep,
stuff that you're thinking
exactly.
about in your mind, which is great. But
Yeah,
interesting. And what I mean, I'm curious to hear some reviews. I'm curious to see if he drops a video reviewing the ball
right.
to talk about it. But anything else? I mean, what do you what do you want to talk about? I mean, there's so much stuff going on right now. I know offline we were kind of talking about Wyndham Clark. Um,
Yeah, that was a big one. That was good to
I
see.
think that is very well deserved. Like
Yes.
that
For
for Oakmont to go in and have to do that, like it's unacceptable.
for the
Like you
prestige
are,
of a course that this was, it's not like a random golf course, which still, like, I think that every golf course that this would happen to deserves to do that to someone that treats their course like that,
yeah,
but, like, where's the what do they call it? Where's the etiquette? Like, I get that you're
yeah,
frustrated, but it's also the US Open. It's supposed to be the toughest golf course, like, ever when it comes to, like, creating US Open conditions. Like, that's what
hmm
it's known for. I get the
they don't use the
frustration.
word carnage lightly for a reason,
No,
or I'm
100%.
sorry, heavily for a
Yeah,
reason.
no, exactly. And, like, not only that, but, like, it's not like, "Oh, well, this was like a course that was like a Byron Nelson course where everyone shot like 25 under. You just shot like one over for whatever reason." Like,
Hmm.
everyone was struggling. Like, that has to be in the back. Like, if I'm a caddy in that situation for the US Open and I can just see my players just getting visually frustrated, like, bro, take a deep breath. It's a US Open. Everyone is struggling right now. Like, everyone is struggling. It's not just you. It's not 10 people. It's the whole field. I think it was JJ Spawn, right? The only one who shot under par that
Yeah,
tournament. It's like only
yeah.
one person shoots under par. Like, no one is doing it. So, like, relax. Take a deep
Well, the
breath.
other thing is too is like, dude, you're still technically nobody. You won one major that put you on the map, and other than that, what
Now
have
he's
you
on the
done?
map again.
Well, he's on the
But
map
now
for
for
this,
next,
but I mean, it's not the best publicity in my opinion, but
he's more like
I
one of those,
mean,
"Don't let this guy in if you see this guy. Don't let him
yeah,
in." The
exactly. Exactly. Like I just don't understand where you have that level of entitlement to think that your behavior is accepted like that. I mean, again, it's a gentleman's game, and it, you know what? It's a problem. It's a problem from all levels of golf, right? I mean, from the weekend warrior to the to the amateur to the young professional who's trying to get an opportunity to play with those guys, right?
Mhm.
Look at all the fights that have been popping up on social media, right? There's definitely something that 2020 has sparked and just the growth of the game that people are missing, which is the etiquette,
Yeah.
right? And when you see guys like Wyndham Clark acting out like that and it's being publicized like it's normal. I mean, even Rory smashing
The T
um
markers, dude, they
T
happens way too
markers.
often, man. It's
Yeah,
like
T markers. I mean, Brooks almost taking someone's head off, right? With that. Like, I'm just saying, when it's stuff
yeah.
like that, I mean, whether you're playing for a quarter a hole or even $1 million a hole, like, dude, there at the end of the day, you're a grown man playing a child's game, like
Mhm.
any other sport, right? The only difference is 6 inches between the ears, and if you can't just take a deep breath and relax, like we all have our demons, but
Mhm.
it's just still one of those things where it's like the simplicity of what it is, right? I mean, I'm guilty of it too. Like I get mad when I play golf at times, but at the end of the day, I'm not getting paid to play. I paid to
Mhm.
play,
Yeah.
So
100%. Yeah.
it's just my own expectations that I'm chasing this unachievable
Yeah.
expectation
Right.
that even if I do achieve a part of it, I'm still going to go back and beat myself up because I could have done better.
Right. Of
It's
course.
it, golf is
Mhm.
just one of those crazy
It's
sports
yeah.
like that.
It really is, and I mean, like, I of course beat myself like just like I said, everyone beats themselves up on things, but like for me, the amount of times that I've seen like regular people, like normal Joes, like just like you and me that are playing and they like throw a club into a pond,
Oh
they
yeah,
break a club over their knee, they do something dumb, like they break it on the ground or whatever. I'm like, dude, you probably play once a week. You're probably not that good. You probably don't make a lot of money. Golf clubs are expensive. I understand that. That's one of the few things that I do get. Even if I might get frustrated, it'll be at myself. And I know that, hey, if I break this putter, if I break this wedge, if I break this driver, I am not going to have a driver for a little bit. It might
yeah,
be 3 months. It might be 6 months. It might be my birthday if it's the next year. I don't know. I can't afford to do that. And I
yeah,
know unless even if you go viral, you're not making much money off of one viral thing enough to do that, unless you luckily like do something and like Callaway's like, whoa, that TaylorMade driver was terrible. You should definitely try Callaway, get a free one. But besides that, like there's really no reason to do that. The frustrations are real, but our expectations, like you mentioned, it's like the best comparison I saw was I think it was Evan from the Par Train where he's like, you don't see like bodybuilder people don't expect themselves to work out for 3 days and expect the body of a bodybuilder, right? Like
yeah.
they know it takes time. So why do we expect ourselves to practice once a week or play once a week and expect to be a pro golfer? Like the expectations are through the roof for no reason at all. You think that because the ball doesn't move, that you should be able to hit it really easily. You should be able to hit it where you want. It's like it's not that easy. That's why there's professionals and you see them do it and you're like, that's amazing. That's kind of like why, like, if you play a sport, you find it more amazing when you watch the pros do it in a sport that you enjoy. If you don't watch the sport and
100%.
don't understand it, then you're like, that's kind of lame. But when you see how difficult a sport is, and then you watch a professional do it, you're just like in awe. Like the All Star game that just
Hmm.
happened with the home run derby and everything. You just like for me and you that play baseball, you're just watching who's that guy from Milwaukee, dude, throwing 98-mile-an-hour sliders as a starting pitcher.
Yeah,
I'm like, that guy is throwing like 8 to 10 miles an hour faster than my fastball. His changeup is like 5 miles an hour faster than my fastball. Like, it's just insane. Like, his curveball was as fast as my fastball. Like there's just like
Yeah.
these amazing things that you're just like you see the human body what it's capable of, and you're like, wow, like when you can appreciate it, it's insane. But then you
Yeah.
have people like Wyndham Clark where it's like, no, dude, I'm still pissed. It's like, yeah, well now you're a joke. Now you're
Yeah.
a butt of a
Now
joke.
you
Like, what are we
yep.
doing?
You're just having a tantrum,
Dude, I get
which
it.
our
Do it
kids are
outside.
going through.
There's probably a really nice parking lot. There's probably a really nice parking lot. Do
Go
it out
take it
there.
out. Go take it out on your on your courtesy car on your
There you
Lexus.
go.
Just go smash it in,
Just
being
smash
like
the
yeah.
doors. Just open them up, man. Oh man.
Take your sharpened divot tool and rip out that that inside interior.
Can
Yeah.
you imagine?
I dude, I wouldn't put it past me if someone's just done it before where they just like throw a throw a hard hook at at the
Dude, what if they
windshield
just
or
like
something.
chuck their divot tool into their car and just went like stuck
Yeah,
right in the
stuck in the
side?
tire. Damn it.
No. Add
Good
insult
thing
to injury.
yeah, and then there's like the AAA like marketing team walking by, like, you're sponsored by us. Here we go.
You're our man. Do you do this
Yeah.
weekly? Yeah, we could definitely throw a partnership together. I got you. But
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
so U.S. Open, not the U.S. Open, the original major is coming to town, coming to the U.K. Right now in about 8 minutes for us for this spot when we're doing this podcast. It'll have started by the time we drop it tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. But who do you Who do you like? What are your thoughts? Who's coming into the week hot? Who do you think is not really gonna have a good chance? Are you like everyone else where every single major comes up and everyone's like, well, it's Scotty Fleet or it's uh, Fleetwood. Tommy. It's
Tommy.
Tommy Fleetwood's time. It's Tommy Fleetwood's time. Everyone I'm seeing, they're like, oh, it's Tom. Dude, yeah, okay, I get it. It's just like the Roy McIlroy thing. Every Masters, is this the one? 9 years in a row, and it finally happens, you know?
You know, I didn't even know that was like a thing being said, but I was kind of looking at the field earlier today, and I really got like a gut feeling that this could be Tommy Fleetwood's time.
Shut up.
I'm
Shut
not
up.
even kidding. I
We're done.
swear.
We're ending this podcast now. We're
Yeah.
done.
No, I swear. He was like one of the first people at the top of my mind. Second was I was thinking Victor Hovland.
I was thinking about
Um,
picking him in DraftKings. I went to DraftKings. I haven't gone on, and I won $1.23 from a random thing. So I'm like, ooh, I got some cold hard cash to
there
put
you go.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking Victor. My other one was, as much as I hate to say it, I was actually kind of thinking
Wyndham
Rory.
Clark.
Like, no, I was thinking Rory.
That would have been
I was
hilarious.
thinking Rory. I was thinking Rory might do pretty well.
Yeah. Mhm.
Bryson, of course, is in my top five, and then my last one was going to be John Rahm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
really
mean,
have anybody
Shane
else.
Lowry won there, right? Shane Lowry won there a few years ago. That was the one when he won his only major. I think that was the tournament, right? Or at least the
Was it?
course.
I don't remember.
Because if it was, which is actually would make sense why people are saying this now, because of course I don't do all my research before doing these things.
Mhm.
But Tommy Fleetwood was the runner up when Shane Lowry won. He had that 1 year when he won the Open. So if it was the time, because they are playing Northern Ireland and Shane is Irish. So I'm thinking it might have been. And yes, we are a golf podcast. People, we do also have lives on top of this, so I do apologize. But if that's the case, that makes sense why Tommy Fleetwood could, because he played really well in that tournament when they hosted it a few years ago, or 5-6 years ago when Shane Lowry won.
2019.
Was that Port? What was the course? Did it say the course? I just look up the 2019 leaderboard, might as well. Because for me, I got Lowry just because of that. Obviously, I picked up Matt Fitzpatrick just because I'm like, dude, he's from the UK. I mean,
Royal
like,
Portrush.
Yep, that's the course.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was the course. Matt Fitzpatrick, because he's from the UK. I mean, I know he doesn't probably live in the UK anymore, but he grew up with that type of golf. Louis Albert, I'm always pulled for the guy.
He's a solid golfer, man.
He
It's
really
just
is.
a few things. I mean, he moves really well on Saturdays and Sundays. It's just a few things just don't. I mean, a few putts honestly just don't drop.
Yeah,
In my
I
opinion.
agree. I was honestly thinking Hovland, and then I ended up going with I got Fleetwood in one of mine, and then I'm going with a random. Well, maybe not random, but Pot Geider. Potgieter or whatever his last name is. Like, if he
Hmm.
could smash that dude, imagine his 350-yard drive on a links course if he hits it down the fairway. That ball was rolling till at least 400, and he's already won on the PGA Tour, so he kind of has that off his belt. He has done it. He's done it in a playoff setting, which is
Hmm.
nice as well. Obviously, majors are different, but he still has, won a PGA Tour event. So we'll see. I mean,
I
it'd be
honestly think that's a
crazy.
pretty solid pick.
Yeah, I mean, Xander Schauffele, I'm sure not many people are talking about. Like last year, the dude won two majors. The PGA Championship and then the Open. So I mean, you never know. Like he could. I mean, he played very, very well at the Open last year. Obviously enough to win, but I mean, just in general, like he played
Yeah.
very well. So we'll see.
So you mentioned something about caddies before we started going down
Hmm.
this rabbit hole here. In recent news, it said that Joel Damon and Gino,
Yep.
is that his name?
Gino. Yep.
They recently split, which is devastating. I
Mm.
think I think all of us can say we fell in love with that duo because of
Yep.
Full Swing and just seeing the authenticity of really what their
The letter
relationship
he wrote to
was.
Joel, just like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, that was unfortunate seeing that. I mean, if you're not a Joel Damon fan, or how do you pronounce his last name?
Dahlman.
Dahmen. If you're not a Joel Dahmen fan after watching the Netflix series, like you don't have a heart. Like
Yeah,
the dude has had it tough.
I think it's
He's
Damon.
you're correcting me, Damon Dahmen. Okay, great. Well, if you're not a Joel Damon fan, then or a
Yeah,
Joel Dahmen fan, okay, well then you don't have a heart because that dude. It just seems like he's had it tough. Not only that, he's like just seems like a chill dude. Just and Gino just seems awesome. Just seems like a great like friend to have in general. And it's kind of like trying to think Brad and Angelina Jolie, like you never want to see that split up, uh
yeah.
what is it? Jessica Simpson and
Nick Lachey.
Nick Lachey. I was gonna go with the other guy, the Dallas quarterback. Burnt.
Oh, what's his name?
I'm blanking. Tony Romo, right?
Tony Romo. There you go.
Tony Romo. You know, Ben
Britney's
Affleck
got a better
and
line.
yeah, don't go there. Was it Ben Affleck and just no? What's the other girl's name? Who just
Jennifer Gardner.
no Jennifer Lopez? Is it Jennifer Lopez? J Lo?
No. Oh yeah, I guess yeah,
I feel like three times or whatever they've dated like separately, like throughout the years or
yeah,
whatever. Or A Rod and J Lo, or a lot of people in J Lo. I'm not sure.
yeah. A
You
lot
know,
of people in JLo. Jenny down the
yeah,
block.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
What you ever seen what movie is that? The Breakup with Vince Vaughn and
yeah,
Jennifer.
yeah.
I think it's Jennifer Aniston.
Yes,
my
one
my
of the
sister's
best lines.
my
Yeah,
sister's been
he's
through a
been
lot.
going through a
Yeah,
lot.
of dick. Like it's so bad.
It's so good
So
though.
bad.
It's so good. It is
Anyway,
so
back to golf.
good.
Yeah, but that it's in itself like the bonds that you see with some of these caddies. Like Max Homa just broke up with his caddy this last year, um, and he'd been a long time caddy for a long time. Tiger Woods and his caddy, I'm blanking on that dude's name. Is it Scott or Steve?
Steve.
Steve, long time caddy. Like all things come to an end. There's nothing that's really permanent in life. So,
Yeah,
what's your
but you
thoughts on
know
it?
what? Like these, but I mean, these guys are like childhood friends.
Yeah,
I mean, they've known each other for a long time. Where Max Homa, I mean, I don't know fully the relationship between Max Homa and his caddy. I definitely don't know the relationship between Steve and Tiger. Just aside from them just being a dynamic duo. I mean, Tiger
right,
went through his most dominating years in golf with him on his back, right? I mean, even when you think of Phil Mickelson and Bones, right? It's the same thing. It was like all throughout those years, they were just iconic people that were on the bag. I mean, wherever they were, there was that other person. Where I feel like these guys have literally grown together. They've achieved a lot together. They've maintained and seen the worst of everything together. Like
hmm
I mean, and I think Full Swing really brought that to the viewers, eyes by seeing just how genuine, how authentic that relationship really is. And so, again, you and I spoke about this when it first dropped. I think because Joel really cares about Gino,
Mm-hmm.
that Joel basically just initiated the separation because he's like, dude, I'm playing like absolute crap. I know you want to be by my side, but I can't let you keep dragging along with me and
Right.
not be able to take care of you,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I think that probably was harder for Gino, but we obviously had seen some areas of that in full swing where those conversations were coming up and Gino didn't like it, but he was just like,
Yeah.
okay. And I feel like now that Joel Damon is a dad,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
He
100%.
had there's it kind of brings something else out of you where it's like, dude, I can't provide for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing right by this. Like this friendship is becoming more argumentative, and toxic because I'm just not happy.
Yeah.
It's not anything with you. It's me.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
that's that's my part. Like that's what I think. I think Joel initiated by just saying like, look, I'm not doing what I should be doing to
Mm-hmm.
take care of both of us. You
Yeah, I
know,
mean, he's also given Gino like a great life regardless. He's done well enough for I'm sure Gino's lived great. Obviously, he's been able to be a caddy for a career. Like not many people could say that. It's very rare. Like it's like there's maybe like a few, maybe let's say a few thousand caddies in the world that are professional caddies. Where they're able to live successfully off of a golfer, professional golfer. I did see that Joel did comment say, "Hey, our relationship's still great. He's still my best friend. Nothing's changed there. We just needed to change, on the bag, and which is great, obviously. And obviously, Gino's going to be his number one fan, obviously, throughout this whole process. Where whatever whoever he goes with next. Um, but I mean, moving on, the Grant Horvat issue that's been going on with the whole denying the Barracuda championship this
yeah,
week.
invitational
Invitation,
or invitation. I meant invitation.
invitation, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in order it's because he wasn't able to get his camera crew inside the ropes. So there's that. So you have that, right? You have the inside the ropes. He wasn't able to get his camera crew, and the PGA Tour said, "No, you're not going to do that." Blah blah blah. Obviously, I think it's kind of stupid, but at the same time, the Bryan Bros have been doing this for 6 or 7 years. They haven't had their camera crew inside the ropes, but George or excuse me, their camera guy would follow both of the guys from outside the ropes and just record, whether they brought their own camera or a phone or whatever. And then they would put up a video of that and talk about it and everything, like how their round went and stuff like that. But I don't think that's the route that Grant Horvat was going, and that's why he got denied.
So here's my well. If you have more, go ahead and elaborate because I mean, you said you think it's dumb. Um,
Yeah, yeah. So really quickly, yeah, I think one, if they was told no originally, hey, like you're not going to be able to go inside the ropes, which I get, right? It's a professional golf tournament. These guys are trying to make money. This is what their livelihood, and this is also a great shot for anyone that was not eligible for the Open to win money because all those like the best of the best golfers are going to be at the Open. That leaves great golfers. Don't get me wrong, professionals, but trying to win another prize at probably over $1 million. They could go home with some serious cash, and there's a better chance of them doing it because the competition is not as high because they're all going to the Open. So I get that, right? It'd be very distracting if you're trying to focus on your game, but then you're playing with Grant and like camera guys in your way, or he's walking around. You're just not used to seeing that, and it might worry you or make you unsettling because now you gotta, oh, I don't want to embarrass myself in front of the camera, kind of a thing, even if they catch me while getting Grant or whatever. So I get that, but I was wondering, like, why wouldn't he just be like, okay, well, we'll just have the guy follow like the Bryan Bros did? It's not like he's not familiar with the Bryan Bros. They do the cut series like every month or whatever, so like he should know that. Oh, hey, this is what we did and this is what worked. How was that not an option? I was very surprised that he just said no. They weren't able to let me get in the ropes. Like, duh. Like, I get why they wouldn't. Is it dumb? I think it's kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, like, I get both sides of it. But if you want to bring some eyes to the Barracuda, that's to be the only way to really get some eyes on there because no one's going to be watching it.
right. I mean, I think those points are valid, but in my opinion, I think I think it was a great move on Grant's side
Yeah, I agree.
because in my opinion, why would the PGA go and extend an invitation to a YouTube content creator
Knowing.
if you're if you're not looking to bring more viewership to the game? Why even extend an invitation?
Yeah.
I think I think if you're going to give invitations like that to players players to like Grant,
Hmm.
potentially Garrett, um Micah,
Hmm.
you have to let those guys do their thing
Yeah.
because they do a really damn good job at it. And if your only worry is to protect the amount of money that you're spending with professional, videographers from ESPN, from
Hmm.
Fox, TNT, Golf Channel, well, if they're so great, why don't you have the viewership that you
Right.
already pay for, and why would you need this guy to come in then? Right? I
Hmm.
mean, he's only playing on YouTube. He's not competing in like super big tournaments where he's earned an
Right.
exemption
He's
there.
not
They're
living off
giving it
the
to
earnings off of the tournament.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's there simply because the PGA wanted to hopefully get a big name that would draw it based off of their coverage, but you have to let Grant do what he's going to do to put it up on his channel to drive more potential players to now come over to the PGA. The
Right.
reason why Live is grabbing so much attention when it comes to the duels, when it comes to just the, like what you just mentioned, the cut, right? You have content creators who are out there being authentic. They're really
Hmm.
showing you, how tough the course is, and
Yeah.
even though you may be a +1 handicap to still shoot 80.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, if you want to hear how much YouTube golf has grown. So recently, um, Good did a video with Steph Curry out at Palo Alto Hills Country Club in here in the Bay Area. Steph even says himself, like when he's just chilling, he's and it's not basketball season. All he's doing is watching YouTube creators play these golf courses because it is very immersive. Like you
Hmm.
can't help but not be involved with the
Hmm.
coverage that these guys have. I mean,
Yeah.
when it's just one person, right, that you're there watching, whether if it's Grant, if it's Micah, if it's, you know, Kyle Berkshire, whoever, right, Bryson, when it's just him, it's like everyone is immersed in it. And when you have the drones coming in on the par threes where you're seeing where the ball's landing,
Right.
the shot tracers, everything, it's just a much more interactive experience from a viewership perspective compared to what the PGA does when you have 150 people out there,
Hmm.
or 75, whatever the number is, but then you're just jumping around and you're not getting the full coverage of everyone. So on the Barracuda side and PGA, like that's what you were bringing Grant in for. You can't sit there and be mad at the guy for wanting to bring what he already does really well, you know?
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
so I think that was a great move on Grant. Like
Yeah.
stick to your guns,
I
you know?
agree, and it was crazy. I made a comment with our Four Dads golf account when Nuclear Golf posted this. What's today? 15th. That was actually only been a day. Wow.
Hmm.
Yesterday at 7:30 a.m. I definitely wrote a triggering post or a comment, and it got over 65,000 views, about 340 likes, and like 85 really ticked off PGA Tour loyalist comments. Uh, I put, "This is why the PGA Tour sucks. Too greedy and struggle to grow the game." And man, did those comments come in. I was like, okay, relax. Maybe I overdid it a little bit, but hey, now you heard of us. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Engagement bait,
Hmm.
baby. Gotcha. I do that sometimes to some people. They're like, "Oh my gosh, like, why would you? That's so dumb." And I'm like, "But you responded, didn't you?" Like,
Hmm.
you got me. All right, yeah, perfect. Now you know me. You might not now, like, sometimes be like, "Oh, yeah, I've heard of Four Dads Golf. I don't know who the heck they are. I saw this stupid comment, but I know who they are." And boom. And
Yeah.
they're like swimwear, baby. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean, now come to think of it, it makes sense, but at the same time, there are ways to work around that, work around that and make everything work so everyone's happy. Because obviously, like you said, you're not going to invite a YouTuber to a professional golf tournament. One, I guarantee you, they're probably not going to show any of his footage, like they did with the Bryan Bros. Like they had two guys that broke that made what was it last year? They made the cut, both of them, and George played like extremely well for his first PGA tournament, or I think first PGA tournament ever, and he made the cut.
Got zero coverage. Yeah.
Zero coverage. I'm like, now, you don't have to have a camera on the guy, but you've got to at least throw some, like, that half the people that, maybe not half, but a lot of people that are watching this that normally don't watch are watching to see a shot from them pop up. They have
Hmm.
the cameras, they have all of that. So why the heck is that not, available to the people that are actually interested? Because the more clips you show on the actual, like, the day of the tournament, even at the BMW, there were very few, like a few weeks ago when they had it in Germany, for the DPT World Tour, DP World Tour, sorry, DP World Tour. They didn't have much coverage. I'm like the whole BMW championship and everything. They did so many other outside clips with the brothers. Like they did like a hole-in-one challenge, like off of a roof. They did like all these other little fun little things to try and like get people to watch the tournament. And then like they
Hmm.
didn't show too much of them. It didn't help that George didn't make the cut and West did, but
But
still, like,
yeah,
how do you not at least like
I was gonna say, but like, here's the thing. It's kind of like, do you remember way back in the day when Paige Spiranek played in her first LPGA event and she completely crapped the bed
no?
and they
Okay,
had coverage on her. They had coverage on her left and right.
really?
And
Yeah,
she completely shot the bed. And what happened? Everyone on social media went to town saying like she's not as good as she portrays herself on her channel. Like, dude, that I think is what one a lot of people want to see is like, is Grant really this good? Is he really as
right,
smooth
right.
as he plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's that group of people. But then there's also like the diehards who want to see Grant just play. It doesn't matter how he
Right.
does, but they're just
Mm-hmm.
like, dude, it's so awesome to see it. Like that,
Mm-hmm.
it gives people hope that,
Yeah.
hey, if something grabs on my channel, who knows, that could be me, right? And you hear
Yeah.
you hear Garrett talk a lot about it too. Is like they're just under 2 million
Mm-hmm.
subscribers. Um, he talks about like how grateful he is that they started off as a trick shot,
Mm-hmm.
channel, to where then it was him and Micah with GM Golf who then like
Did you know they're
started things
cousins? Did
up.
you know they're
Yeah,
cousins?
yeah, which is why their
It's
fallout was like
Garrett and,
such big news.
GM Golf, Garrett
Hmm.
and Micah. I had no
Micah,
idea.
yeah, yeah, and so now he's like, look at us, like now we're playing with Steph Curry, you know, possibly one of the greatest of all time players in the NBA and definitely one of the best shooters of all time,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And
Yeah.
so it's like, man, when you put it in that perspective, yeah, like I didn't even realize how long I had been following those guys. Like that's crazy,
And not
you
just that,
know?
but they just did a video a few months ago with Jack Nicklaus, like ultimately like the best golfer ever. Like,
Oh, really? I
you
didn't
didn't
even
see
see
that?
that.
Oh yeah, they had
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, no, no, no. But like and like they're in stores everywhere. Dick's Sporting Goods, they're like one of like the
Mm-hmm.
vendors now. They've hosted a semi-professional, I guess professional golf tournament, with a 100K payout, um, which was really cool. And they're just like they've done so much for the game, especially for YouTube golf. Like they are the standard in terms of like, been around since like forever, They're like one of the first to kind of like stick with it. But yeah, like you said, you don't really offer something like a YouTuber an opportunity, excuse me, if you don't expect them to like want to record it, get some footage,
Yeah.
get some content out of it. Like obviously, like Grant, I know he's talked about in the past, like, hey, I want to get into like competition golf. Well, he still records it. Like he's obviously outside the ropes or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely swing and a miss by the
It'd be
PGA
different.
Tour.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, but man, I'm trying to think what else. I think we touched on pretty much everything that we were planning on talking about. Did I miss some?
No, but something to add in on my side. So I have my tournament this weekend for the San Rafael Amateur. Um I could not find anyone who was willing to want to walk around and just
No,
hold the camera.
gotta be kidding me, man.
One guy by the name, his name is Elvis. I forget what his last name is, but he's here in Katati near me. Super nice dude, but he's like, so what do you like need? And his videos are sick. Like he does like car videos and stuff. His videos are
Mhm.
sick.
Go
And
on.
he was nice enough to like, say, well, like, what did you want? And I was like, I just want someone who has decent camera skills just
Hmm.
to kind of walk with me,
Yeah.
and just stay a couple feet back, record my shots, have my mic set up so when I give you a signal, I'll just kind of walk through my shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Stuff like that. And he's like, well, how long would the tournament be? And I was like, 4.5, 5 hours, maybe, you know? And he was like, well, what was your, he asked me, what was your budget? I was like, dude, honestly, I was just going to buy somebody lunch and give them like 100 bucks, you
Mm-hmm.
know? He's like, yeah, I couldn't give up 5 hours, for that. But he's like, I wish that there was a way I could help you. So shout out to him. I appreciate him, like, at least being willing to, you know, kind of ponder the idea and think about it. But, I get it. I guess when you're at that level, I mean, dude, their stuff is sick. It's really good. So hopefully we have something later in the future that, you know, we could collaborate some way.
Right.
But overall, I got to get the video up for Golf 24/7. They just had their ribbon drop. I think they're having it tomorrow. Actually, their ribbon drop is tomorrow. So I got to get the videos over for that. I, I did. I just did a practice session of just locking in um my distances, but it was pretty cool. I think it's a great spot. I think it has a lot of potential for just being there for, maybe a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
But I definitely think there's good potential for that place to be really, really cool, especially up here. I mean, this is a big golf area. You have Sonoma State. Well, used to have Sonoma State golf, but um,
Bummer.
they
No
do.
way.
Sonoma State like lost all of its sports. Yeah, it was like a big thing in the news. So I don't know if it's coming back next year, but yeah, bummer.
Yeah. Bummer, man.
Yeah.
Should have been darn kids showing up to wineries instead of practice. Ah, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it, but
But cool. Well, we'll go ahead and cut it there. But guys, do please take advantage of the awesome affiliations we have with Primo. Get yourself 15% off. I actually just ordered some more of the golf gloves. My first one just ripped, so
pretty solid quality, huh?
that's pretty good quality. I mean, I think when we played, I was wearing a Callaway only because I think I left it at the Primo in the car.
Mhm.
But I got in about a good solid 10 rounds, give or take with it.
Yeah.
Not bad. So go grab yourself some Primo apparel. Don't forget Sunday Swagger. Get another 15% off there. Have some great stuff. Very loud
Mm-hmm.
polos. They also have shorts and pants now, which are great. The shorts are awesome. I just wish they had 2 pockets instead of 1.
Yeah,
That's my
same,
only
same,
thing.
same. Yeah, I get you.
But the length is not too short, but it's also nice and relaxing. You can wear them casually as well.
Mm-hmm.
The big one that we have, which would like to collaborate more with them, would be battle bars.
Yeah.
So great protein bars for in between rounds. Definitely my favorite, again, as I mentioned, is the
swears.
protein powder.
Uh-huh.
It is by far like one of the best that I've had.
Yeah.
And it's great. I enjoy having it. I definitely encourage a lot of you guys to go grab it. But I think we're gonna call this episode here. So have yourselves a great rest of the week. Enjoy yourself some golf, and don't forget to stay fly and go low.